Teenagers on the street, is a one-year learning phase for drivers under 20 years old meaningful? I will explain this to you in this video. As of 2021, 17-year-olds in Switzerland will have the opportunity to make learning drives with passenger cars in order to gain more accompanied driving experience. This measure was decided by the Federal Council on July 3 in order to increase traffic safety and reduce the risk of accidents. In late 2018, the Federal Council decided that young drivers under 20 years of age must complete a 12-month learning phase before they can take the practical driving test. This measure is intended to help young drivers more intensively familiarize themselves with the rules of the road and the dangers, and gain more practical experience before taking the driving test. To ensure that young drivers can still obtain their driver's license at 18 years old, the Federal Council decided to lower the age for obtaining a learner's permit to 17 years old. People born in 2003 can therefore still take the driving test at 18 years old. The new rule that under 20s have to go through an additional one-year learning phase before they can take the practical driving test raises many questions. It remains to be seen whether the extension of the learning phase will actually contribute to reducing the number of accidents among young novice drivers. There is also a possibility that the extension of the learning phase will lead to young drivers feeling less motivated and less prepared for the driving test. Why you should still start with driving lessons at a driving school from the beginning. One of the most important reasons is that young people can acquire false automatisms. An automatism is an unconscious action that is learned through frequent repetition. Examples of this are starting, turning, or reversing. If these automatisms are learned incorrectly, it can be very difficult to change them later. Therefore, we recommend starting with driving lessons early on and complementing them with practical driving exercises. In this way, a solid base of trained skills can be built before driving. This makes it easier to later adapt to not having to change bad habits, being under pressure and delay shortly before the end of the learning phase, which can prolong the driving test. Overall, it is important that young people start with driving lessons at a driving school from the beginning to build a solid base of trained skills. This can help them to feel safer and more confident behind the wheel and thus reduce the risk of accidents. Pro and con. Pro. A one-year learning phase allows students to have enough time to drive safely and competently. A longer learning phase offers the opportunity to better internalize and practice what has been learned if necessary. A longer learning phase can contribute to students being better prepared for the demands of the road and thus fewer accidents happening. Con. A one-year learning phase can be too long for some students and lead to frustration. A longer learning phase can become more expensive as students need more time and more lessons. A longer learning phase can lead to students losing the incentive to get their driver's license quickly. It has been shown in practice that the number of accidents among young novice drivers has not decreased despite the new regulations. It is obvious that alternative measures are required to increase safety on our roads. Thank you for watching our video. We hope it helped you. For more information, visit us at fahrschule-guru.ch.